Good day colleagues, good day dental students. My name is Alexander. I am a general dentist and I welcome you on our YouTube Rubberdamology channel. These lessons I spent to training isolation in the area of parietal tooth absence in the lower jaw using wingless clamp from Tornier Company. Today we work in this lesson we work in the absence of tooth 36. For isolation, I choose wingless clamp W3 from Tornier Company and Rubberdam plate from Nicton. I like it very much and I think this is the best Rubberdam plates for work and training. First, choose the right side of Rubberdam plate. Clean and soft for your work in clinic, and the other side for contact with the Rubberdam napkins or patient's skin. Connect this Rubberdam plate to a metal frame very carefully and symmetrically, because if you make this step right, it's very easy to make the other steps and make beautiful clinical work in your practice. For placing Rubberdam to the tooth 37 with the clamp number W3, first of all check the stability of this clamp in the oral cavity, that it have 4-point contact. Remove clamp, and then you have two options. First, you can fix this clamp inside the perforation. Perforation for tooth 37 we must make below the line of central retainers of this metal frame. I switch my puncher to big diameter of holes. This one was on next for molars, premolars and canines, upper incisors, lower incisors, and the next and the last of this if you need extra retraction around the roots of tooth. I choose this one. Making perforation. Then I need 1 centimeter from this perforation lower to cover this absence of tooth, and made the next perforations for second premolar at the distance of 1 centimeter from the tooth 37. I switch to lower diameter of this perforation for premolars. And for me, it's more comfortable to make perforations from the bottom side of metal frame. For second premolar and from 5 mm to first premolar. The first option for fixation Rubberdam to the tooth is fixing clamp in the perforation, releasing after that plate from a metal frame, and then fix it to the clamp forceps and fix this clamp to the tooth 37. After that, connect Rubberdam back to the metal frame. After that, you have enough ability to work with the other perforations. Very carefully in the oral cavity, release this rubber gum around the clamp, and from the both sides stretch perforations around second premolar and first premolar. If you need inversion or working and moving rubber dam interdental part through the contact point, use the floss. Very nice. After that, traditionally, for our training course, we made envelope around our metal frame for nice view of your working area. You're ready for work in the area of absence of one first molar on the lower jaw. The same principles for upper jaw. The next option. Remove all rubber gum and clamps from this training model for the next part of our exercise. Fix rubber dam plate to the metal frame symmetrically and carefully with the same perforations, or made new perforations on the new rubber dam plate if you need this. Then fix clamp W3 back to the tooth 37 and check its stability on the tooth. After that, release the bottom angles or fixators from the metal frame and stretch the distal perforation on the rubber dam around clamp arch placed on tooth 37. It's not so easy if you have upper jaw that close this space. This space very useful for traditional patient opening his mouth. Hold this perforation with the two fingers and put it in the patient mouth cavity and stretch around the clamp arch tooth and then release. During this stage, fix the bottom angles of rubber dam plate to the bottom fixators of your metal frame and you're ready for the next step. Fix this mesial retainer and bottom retainer and you're ready. After that, the better strategy is open premolars in the perforations. What the clinic strategy typically you made after this isolation? Very useful for working with mesial surface of tooth 37 of 47 from the other side, distal surface of tooth, mesial surface of tooth 37, distal surface of tooth 35, interdental contact of between tooth 34, 35, cervical area of premolars of the lower jaw, but of course you need additional clamps, gingival retractors B4 for both premolar you work. Now I'm add one gingival retractor B4 in this setup to show you ability to work in the cervical area. I fix brinker arch distally. Then in the mouth of patient, very often I put back end of probe or intraoral mirror and then place gingival retractor to the cervical area of selected tooth. Then release rubber dam plate. No matter what tooth you isolate, the same work for premolar, first premolar, if you place the clamp arch distally, it's more useful to therapeutic work and access to cervical area of this tooth. And then traditionally, after finishing all work with clamps, we made envelope around our metal frame from the free part of the rubber dam plate to make our work more aesthetic and useful. Very careful, stretch the free margin of rubber dam plate and put it on the top of the metal frame from the left side. Hold this part with your fingers. Repeat this from the right side very carefully. And cover it from the lower corner of this rubber dam plate, and then with your own hands or help of your assistant, cover angles of this metal frame with the inner part of the bottom margin of this rubber dam plate. You're ready for clinical work. Thank you for your attention during this exercise. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the comments below. See you next lesson.